SAZMA Aviation welcomes you aboard. Today you will be flying in our state-of-the-art Leonardo AW139 helicopter, flown by our highly qualified pilots and maintained by a team of experienced aviation engineers. It is our aim to deliver you safely to your destination. We urge you to pay close attention to the following safety briefing, as the safety features on this helicopter may differ from others you have flown in. You will be wearing a Survivatech Halo life jacket on today's flight. This jacket has several emergency and safety features that will aid in your survival and will now be demonstrated. Please pay attention to the following external features. A fully integrated emergency breathing system, EBS. The EBS has been designed to be deployed in one swift movement and features a carbon composite cylinder, braided low-pressure hose, and a second stage with integrated nose clip. Dual manual inflation bright orange high-vis beaded inflation toggles. To inflate the life jacket, pull firmly on either of the orange beaded toggles. Here are some of the internal features that will aid in your survival after deployment. Enhanced spray hood compatibility. Built-in inflatable chin support for airway protection. 2 manual inflation tubes to add more air if required. Water-activated strobe light and whistle to attract attention. SOLAS reflective tape to aid visibility. Twin lifting beckets to aid life raft boarding. Buddy line for linking with others. Attention! Do not hold or lift the jacket where the quick burst points are marked in orange on the rear or 2 lobes of the life jacket. Never push the purge button to check if there's air in the system. Unclip central buckle and crotch straps. Put jacket on like a waistcoat, right arm first. Loosen side straps after pulling the orange release tapes rearwards. Fasten the front buckle. Pull the black waist belt webbing forward to tighten, fold, tuck in, and secure excess webbing with orange Velcro tabs. Fasten, tighten, and secure crotch straps. Waist belt and crotch straps must be adjusted to provide a tight fit and any loose ends folded, tidied, and secured. Tightening the waist strap will lighten up the weight of the jacket, thus will ease the strain to shoulder and neck. Dangerous goods are not allowed to be carried offshore and must be reported to the ground staff or pilot. DG items would require correct paperwork and may require special handling and packaging. Carrying of e-cigarettes or vaping devices is strictly prohibited. The use of electronic transmitting devices, such as mobile phones and MP3 players, are not permitted in the passenger compartment. Mobile phones are to be switched off before boarding the helicopter and shall be kept in the pocket of your coverall. Books and newspapers are not allowed on board. No headgear can be worn. No work materials can be taken into the cabin or stored under the seats. After watching the helicopter passenger safety briefing, when advised, go to the designated crew change area along with your baggage. Take a life jacket from an arriving passenger or a member of the helideck crew, put it on, and make sure it is worn correctly. If possible, ask someone to verify it is worn correctly. When instructed by the helideck crew, proceed to the helideck with your baggage. Once on the helideck, the HLO will direct you to the door of the helicopter. Always protect your hearing when close to a running helicopter. Use the ear protection provided. Do not approach the helicopter when the anti-collision lights are flashing. Keep within the safe areas and only approach, embark, or disembark the helicopter under the instruction and guidance of ground staff or one of the pilots. Never enter the danger area situated at the rear end of the helicopter under any circumstances. This could result in serious injuries or fatality. Objects that are longer than 1 meter in length shall be carried horizontally. Please familiarize yourself with the location of the designated and special extra board SXBR seats on board the aircraft as shown here. Follow guidance if you are directed to a particular seat. The standard seat on the AW139 has a 4-point quick-release harness and must be secured throughout your flight. Ensure the circular latch mechanism is not twisted before inserting the loose ends. It must be in this position to start securing. The waist strap must be secured first, and it should be low and tight with the buckle centered. To fasten, insert each of the loose ends to its respective position on the circular latch mechanism. To release the harness, twist the circular grip portion of the latch in either direction. Pay attention to the non-smoking and fasten seatbelt sign situated in the cabin during the flight. Your harness must remain fastened throughout the flight until the seatbelt sign is switched off. Smoking or vaping is strictly prohibited on board or anywhere near the helicopter. Safety briefing cards are located below your seats. Kindly read the safety briefing card when on board to familiarize yourself with the emergency actions and exit operations. Check the location of the specific emergency equipment on board, such as first aid kits and fire extinguishers. When the helicopter lands at your destination, remain seated with your harness fastened until the helicopter comes to a complete stop. Keep your life jacket on and only disembark when told by the ground staff or a pilot. At any given time, do not attempt to unload your baggage or enter into the danger area situated at the rear end of the helicopter. While following the directions of the ground staff, make your way to the terminal or the passenger lounge. Your baggage will be available for collection inside the terminal building. The remainder of this briefing covers the actions to be taken should an aircraft emergency landing be imminent during flight. During an emergency, the emergency exits in this aircraft are the 6 cabin windows at the end of each row of seats and the 2 cockpit windows. The sliding cabin doors and the cockpit doors shall not be opened after ditching on water. To remove windows, pull the red tab. Completely remove the rubber strip. Push the window out. Emergency exits shall only be operated after landing. In an event that the aircraft needs to make an emergency landing, proceed as follows. Retighten your lap strap. If any, remove all eyewear, face mask, and stow all sharp objects. Locate your seat edge. When instructed by the crew, or if it becomes obvious, adopt the brace position. Put your legs together and slightly forward to avoid injury in the event of a seat assembly collapse on impact. Put your hands to either side of your legs and grip the seat or your clothing. Push back into the seat, keeping your back straight. If you're facing forward, place your chin on your chest. If you're facing aft, brace your head back against the headrest. Remain in this position until the helicopter has landed. When the helicopter touches down on water, floats will inflate automatically, preventing it from sinking and allow you to escape safely. Do not jettison emergency exits or leave the helicopter until the rotors have come to a complete stop. Do not inflate your life jacket inside the helicopter. Once the helicopter has landed, locate your harness release with one hand and the direction of your nearest emergency exit with the other. If seated in the middle of the row, locate to either side. If there's a possibility that a rollover may occur or take on water, deploy your Halo EBS. Just before your head enters the water, Take a single deep breath, open the nose clips, and put in the mouthpiece. The EBS can be deployed underwater. Water in the mouthpiece can be purged by exhaling through the mouthpiece or by blocking the mouthpiece with your tongue and pressing the purge button. Locate your harness release, and once the cabin has filled with water and the aircraft is stabilized, release your harness and escape through the nearest exit. Once clear of the aircraft, remove the EBS mouthpiece before inflating the life jacket by pulling one of the beaded handles firmly downwards. If the jacket fails to inflate, pull the other beaded handle. Release excess pressure by inserting the cap end or a finger into the oral inflation tubes. To manually inflate the jacket, pull open the flaps on either side, pull the zip teeth apart, and open the cover. Inflate by blowing into either of the oral inflation tubes. Your life jacket should only be inflated as you exit the helicopter and never while inside the cabin. Emergency lighting may illuminate to guide you to the nearest exit. If the aircraft rolls over after landing on water, use the cabin seat frames as a ladder to assist in your exit. There are 2 externally mounted life rafts on each of the aft flotation bags. The life rafts can still be activated, even without the floats being deployed. Ensure the rotors have stopped turning before inflating the life rafts. These are mechanically deployed, either from the cockpit or externally by a backup handle mounted externally to the aircraft on the left and right. Do not inflate the life jacket until you are clear of the helicopter. The life raft should be boarded from the helicopter whenever possible. Pull the inflated life raft close to the aircraft. The life raft will be tethered to the helicopter. Only cut this line if you need to move the raft clear of the aircraft. The life raft contains an emergency kit and instructions to assist in your survival. Each life raft is also equipped with an ELT inside their individual survival bag. The helicopter is fitted with a crash position indicator. The system will provide an accurate location to search and rescue agencies in the event of a distress situation. It will automatically activate on contact with water or can be deployed by the pilots from the cockpit. It is important that the ELT antenna are correctly deployed to enable long-range homing. Rotate the antenna up 180 degrees from its stowed position and fully extend it by pulling it lengthways. Pull the lanyard or slide the left-hand switch down to the on position to activate the ELT. For your safety, please do not tamper with and avoid causing any damage to life jackets, equipment, or features in the aircraft. Once in cruise flight or during taxi, please make the flight crew aware of any safety concerns. Always follow the instructions of the pilots during normal and emergency situations. Thank you for your attention. We wish you a safe and pleasant flight.